Hi Pisces, welcome to December. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. And this month we have your ruling planet Neptune moving direct on the 1st. And then we have a new moon in solar eclipse in Sagittarius on the 4th. And a full moon in Gemini on the 18th. And then Venus goes retrograde in Capricorn up until January on the 8th and the 19th, up until January 29th. But stays in Capricorn until March because of the shadow periods. So we have a lot of things going on, and Jupiter moves into your sign at the end of the month. So let's see what the cards say for Pisces. What does Pisces need to know about love and relationships for the month of December? What does Pisces need to know about love and relationships for December 2021? What is coming up for Pisces? Okay, let's see what we have. The Knight of Cups, the Ten of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Cups, the Four of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, the Tower, the Nine of Cups, the Five of Cups, and the Two of Cups. And the card at the bottom of the deck is the Three of Pentacles. So major changes coming this month for you. And love is in the cards. So you have the Knight of Cups. This is a card of romantic proposal. Someone, and it could be you, are wanting to initiate something with. It could either be you're wanting to take the initiative in a romantic situation, because this is the first card. The cups are kind of water energy, so this could be your energy. The Ten of Wands is crossing. So it's possible that you've wanted to do this for a while, but you were too busy with work. So now with the Ten of Wands, because the Ten of Wands is about carrying this heavy burden, being overwhelmed at work, I feel like you're reaching the end of that cycle and you're ready to put that down. And so that may free up some time where if you wanted to approach someone, you could. Because if you're not giving a romantic proposal, then it could be that someone is contacting you to invite you out or to make some kind of move. So you have the Ace of Swords here in the past. That's about a new beginning or a new way of thinking. And it's also a card of taking action, deciding to take action. So maybe you've been kind of on the fence about something and now you're deciding I'm going to take action. I want to go after what I want. You have the Three of Pentacles here. I feel like in addition to whatever's going on in your love life, there could be some career success coming. The Three of Pentacles represents success and recognition. It represents someone who's very talented and being recognized for your talent. So you could be connecting with someone through your work, possibly, or through some talent that you have, that you're getting together to do. You have the Queen of Cups here. This is someone who has influenced your life, but it's fading, it's passing. So it could have been, and you're facing a different direction. So it could be that you're walking away from one relationship, or you've ended a relationship with someone in the past, and now you're thinking about maybe initiating something new. You have the Four of Cups coming up in the future. And the Four of Cups is a card of discontent. It's a card of boredom, feeling like I'm not happy in my current situation, but I don't know if I'm ready to change it. But you're not feeling valued or appreciated in a relationship. So you may be thinking, well, maybe I should see what else is out there. Maybe if I want to change my situation, I need to just check out the scene. Maybe I need to start thinking about another relationship or different activities. Because I feel like you're ending a period of hard work where you've put a lot of energy into something, and it may be freeing you up to do more enjoyable things, maybe explore some of your talents. You'll have more time for creativity. And so that might bring you in contact with different people, and that could also affect your relationship. It could bring love into your life, at least creativity. So this Four of Cups energy, something is being offered to you. So I feel like you are getting a love offer. You are getting a potential. There's a potential to connect with someone, but you may not be interested in the love that's on offer, because this person is like just thinking about it, but you're not sure if you want to accept it. You're like, well, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to change my life right now. I don't know if I'm ready to, if this person's right for me. You're kind of going through, just thinking about it, but you're not acting on it. The Seven of Pentacles is in the future. And this is about planting seeds and waiting to see what develops. So you might be putting yourself out there and just seeing, if you're not in a relationship, you're definitely open to one, but you're not like in a hurry. So it's like, well, if I meet someone that I really like, yeah, okay. But if not, so you're kind of playing a wait and see game. Now, some of you could be in a relationship and you're just not feeling valued. And so you're wondering, should I stay in this thing or should I look for someone else? Now, the Tower is here, and it's in your negative thinking sector. Sometimes the Tower comes up when a truth gets revealed, a shocking truth. So you may find out something about someone, and it's like changes the dynamic of the relationship. Or you may have had, you might still be recovering from a breakup that was traumatic. Somebody, a relationship that ended suddenly, and it kind of rocked your world, and you're rebuilding. You're in the process of rebuilding from the ground up. A lot of times when the Tower comes, it doesn't destroy anything. It's a way of shifting your energy onto a better path. Like it takes away what's not working so that you could rebuild in a better direction. But even though like the universe or the divine energy knows what's better for you, it knows okay, look, you're not making any changes, so we have to come in and kind of force your hand, by taking this away so that you're forced to go on a new path. And while you're going through it, it may feel very difficult, like, oh my God, I'm being uprooted. I wasn't ready for this change. It could be traumatic, but when you look back, you could see that it was for the best in some cases. And you have the Nine of Cups here in your wish fulfillment. So there could be a relationship that comes out of your environment. Maybe from friends that you know, or a party that you get invited to. You might get invited out somewhere, and then you have a potential to connect with someone. So I don't think you're going to be lonely unless you want to be, because I feel like you're going to get romantic offers, but you are the one, you might be kind of on the fence as to whether you want to accept it or not. Then you have this Five of Cups in your wish fulfillment. The Five of Cups is like having a sense of regret or a sense of loss. So you might still be, kind of stuck on the past, healing from the past, and you're just focusing on whatever didn't work out. Like you're focusing on this Tower moment when something ended, and you're not focusing like, hey, I've got these two cups still full. All I have to do is turn around and, you have to make the best of what you have. You can't, gather the milk out of, and the cup's been spilled. You're not going to go and grab that wine and put it back in. It's done. It's over the bridge. Water over the bridge, over the dam, under the bridge, whatever, however they say it. It's time to turn around and stop looking at the past and what you've lost, and turn around and start to see these two cups that are behind you, because that's the key to getting out of this funk that you've been in. And you have the Two of Cups here. This is a card of a soulmate connection. Meeting someone that you really see eye to eye with. It's possible for you. You have the Nine of Cups, which is a wish fulfillment. Now, the nine, which is the wish fulfillment, usually operates through the major arcana that's nearby, and that's the Tower. So you can have a wish fulfilled, you can have love, you can have a connection with someone that's that brings a lot of romance and love and even a soulmate union, but it's not without major change. The Tower is like breaking down and rebuilding. It's like rebuilding your life from ground zero. the good thing about the Tower is that it forces you to take a path, to get rid of a path that's not right for you, get off that path so that you can rebuild and get on the right path with someone who is right for you. And that's this Two of Cups energy as an outcome with the Nine of Cups. I think love is on. You just have to turn around and see these two cups and stop focusing on what you've lost. Stop focusing on the past. Bless the past, respect the past. You could, honor the past, but don't dwell on it. You have to turn around and live your life. You can't change what happened with the Tower. You can't change, the losses. But you can learn from it. You can learn from the experience, and you could take that into the future, take that into the next relationship. But the worst is over. Your burdens, you're putting your burdens down. And I think you're slowly starting to have a new way of thinking with this Ace of Swords. It's already kind of happening. But I still feel like you're looking at the past. You're focused on the past. So that's the only roadblock to love this month, I see. So if you could turn around and test the waters, even if you just go out on a couple of dates, you don't have to get married. You don't have to get into a committed partnership, but at least just get out there and see what's out there. And don't dwell on the past and what you've lost. Focus on the future and what you could, manifest now. So let's look at the astrology. We have a new moon total eclipse in Sagittarius happening in your 10th house. That's your career house. That's also your status, your public life, how you're seen in the public. So you could have a career change or even a relationship change, because sometimes, like if you go from single to married or married to single, it's a status change. So you're seeing, the people are seeing you in a different role or in a different light. There could be, like with an eclipse, it can eclipse a situation out of your life, like an ending followed by a new beginning. So one thing ends, another thing begins. And the decisions you're making right now are very critical. This is a critical time because it's going to affect your life direction. And once you make a decision, you can't go back on it. It's like it's done, So there could be some major career changes or life direction changes happening at this time. Mercury is there in the 10th house. So you might be either signing contracts or receiving a message. So it's possible that I think you might get a message from someone, or you might be working on some kind of communications project. You might be changing your thoughts or your thinking processes about your career and your life path. Like maybe you've been on this one track for a long time and now you're thinking, well, do I still want to do this? Maybe I want to do something else. Maybe I want to shift gears. So it's going to be a very pivotal time, this eclipse. New beginnings, new energy coming in. It has an effect. Uranus is in your 3rd house. And that's also the house of communication. It's also the house of siblings, relatives, your local neighborhood, your friends in your area. So you might be finding love or a new beginning just running around town, just interacting with your neighbors and your family. It could also bring a surprise communication or surprises around family, around like with a sibling or a cousin or an aunt or uncle. There could be some surprising developments in that area. With Uranus, you never know what's going to happen. You just kind of have to wait and see what blows in. But eclipses sometimes eclipse people out of your life. Like you have to make a sudden decision, one way or another. It could be a good thing. It could bring new beginnings. It could also be an ending followed by a new beginning. You have Venus and Pluto in your 11th house, and they're going to be coming together in a conjunction this month. And it's sextile Mars in the 9th. The Mars in the 9th has to do with long distance travel, teaching, learning, higher education, your belief systems. Venus and Pluto, well, Venus in the 11th by itself can bring increased abundance through the work that you do. But with Pluto there as well, you're dealing with powerful people. It could really transform your financial situation. it's like money comes in and you can achieve a goal that you've always wanted to do because of this money. Or you could have a relationship that, like a friendship, turns to love, and it's very powerful, and it transforms your life in some way. There could also be power struggles, like the dark side of Pluto, the dark side of friendships and group energy. Power struggles, manipulation, jealousy, betrayal. So those are some issues that may come up. But when Venus and Pluto come together, you really have to examine that there's the positive part, the strong bond that that transforms your life in a way that you feel like a different person after this relationship. But then the negative side is, dealing with the dark side of love and power. So you want to, if you're in a strong relationship, you want to be aware of that. You don't want to manipulate anyone or have like power over someone, and you don't want someone else to do that to you. Somebody might be wielding money, saying, they might have all the purse strings. They might be trying to control or manipulate through money, through finances, through love. Like, if you want me to love you, you have to do this, or, that kind of stuff. Or if you want the money, you have to do it my way, So just be aware of that. There could be some power struggles. But the positive thing is that Mars is giving you the energy. It's in your 9th house, so you could have a desire to travel, get out of your comfort zone. You might be dealing with people from foreign countries from around the world. You might be dealing with publishing. Maybe you decide to write a book. It's going to bring in royalties. But you might be dealing with, the powers that be that publish, and you have to sign a contract and all that. And there could be some, but I just feel like there's abundance coming. Then the 9th house could also be, you might decide to teach, or you might decide to share your wisdom with the world. Maybe start a blog, or start writing about your experiences, or teaching about your experiences if you're older. Or even go back to school if you're younger. Maybe decide, I need more training. I want to change my career. I want to change my life. I want to live in a different place. So there's a lot of options with Mars. Wherever Mars is, it kind of, that's where your energy goes. It triggers things. You have Jupiter in the 12th. That's a very spiritual position. So you could be thinking, I want to do work that has that helps others, that has a spiritual component. I want to find meaning. Maybe the work that you're doing or the relationship you're in has lost its meaning, and you want to do something or be connected with someone or a group of people that have a mission or a vision, where they're trying to make the world a better place, and you want to be part of that. Maybe you find a new spiritual community. Saturn is squaring Uranus, and Saturn is in your 12th house, and Uranus is in the 3rd. So there could be some power struggles with relatives, or power struggles where you're not free to speak your mind or your piece. There could be people pulling the strings from behind the scenes with Saturn, and you're afraid to speak up, or you have this issue around authority figures. That could be even a subconscious thing. This is going to be the last. All year we've been dealing with this Saturn-Uranus square. It's like you need to be free from something, but something is holding you down. Like the 12th house can also be like a prison or an institution, like a hospital. Or, so you might be dealing with people who are in hospitals. Maybe it's an older person you're visiting, or you're helping someone who's in a hospital or in some kind of nursing home or something, or even a psych ward. Or you might just feel imprisoned by your responsibilities. Like I'm not free to do anything. I feel like my job is like a prison. I don't have free time to do fun things, to celebrate my success and my creativity. I'm always working, So that, but with Saturn in the 12th, that is coming to an end. It's a time of finishing up a cycle and dropping some baggage. So Saturn will be there for another year and a half, possibly. But when Saturn moves into Pisces, it's also, and it crosses your ascendant, you'll feel like you have a new beginning, like you've come full cycle, and you've learned a lot of lessons. And hopefully you've dropped some baggage around authority figures, around responsibility, and you've developed more confidence in your ability. Because sometimes Saturn in the 12th house can make you feel insecure. Like, I don't know if I'm doing enough. I don't know if maybe you're not getting enough recognition. Well, you will get recognition. So then we have the full moon in Gemini, and that's happening in your 4th house. So something is completing around the home. It could be a home project. Maybe if you're working around the house, it gets completed, or some truth comes out about your career and your home life. Like you make a decision, something comes to completion. The Jupiter is trining this full moon, so you might feel like you want to expand your horizons. Maybe you've lived in a situation that limited you in some way, and now you're making a decision because you want something different. You want to explore new worlds. You have Venus and Pluto and Mercury all in the 11th house. So the 11th house, and Mercury in the 11th is trining Uranus in the 3rd. So there could be some contract that needs to be signed, some type of communication that comes in unexpectedly. Like I said, with the 11th house is about achieving a goal or a dream, but it's through group energy. So there could be some power struggles within a group about something you're trying to achieve, some project that, where there's money involved, and there might be power struggles around money or contracts. But you have Mercury is trining Uranus. So you may have some innovative ideas about how to communicate your needs or how to do a writing project. You might get involved in a writing project or something that involves technology, or you might be using technology to get your message out. But the trine between Mercury and Uranus, that's like it's a very positive, almost genius-like connection. So you're getting inspired thoughts, you're getting flashes of insight and intuition. So it would be a good time to write. If you've ever just thought about writing, writing down your ideas, sharing your wisdom, this would be a good time to do it because you have so much emphasis on this communication sector in your chart. Mars, at this point, Mars has moved into Sag and is in your 10th house. So you're really going to be working on your career and your life direction. Even if it shifts, you're going to be, you might get a new lease on life. Like, okay, I'm starting this new phase in my career and I'm really excited about it. And because there's a lot of activity with Mars, maybe even competition, ambition. If you're connecting with someone in a romantic way, it could be somebody that's very aggressive, very assertive. One thing you have to do is keep the lines of communication open and be more flexible in your belief system and what you believe is possible, what you believe that you can achieve. Because Mars is connecting with the South Node and it's opposing the North Node. And the South Node is where you've been. The North Node is is the energy, the path that you need to embrace. And the North Node in Gemini is about flexibility, trying out new things, communicating, getting your needs, speaking up, telling your story. As opposed to the Sagittarius side, which is about, it's more about truth and being, having firm beliefs in something. And maybe you need to shift your beliefs a little bit or be more flexible in your beliefs or in your knowledge, in your wisdom. There might be other people that have wisdom to share as well. It's like no one has the market on truth kind of thing. Now, Venus will be going retrograde just after this full moon. And she will be in your 11th house. And she will go retrograde from December 19th until January 29th in Capricorn. So, and it's in your 11th house. You might be reconnecting with some people, like friends that you haven't seen in a long time. Or groups that you used to belong to. You might be working with them again or connecting with them again. And it gives you a chance to go back and rethink your goals, rethink your dreams. What do I want at this stage in my life? Maybe your needs are changing. Maybe what you wanted, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, you don't want anymore. Or you want something different. You want something, so you're creating, you might even have a different a need for different types of friends or different types of groups. So Venus retrograding will have you rethinking all these things about money, about love, about the groups that you belong to, the friends you belong to. Do I have the right friends? Am I being honored? Am I being, is it a reciprocal thing? What are my goals? Who do I need to network with to achieve my goals? Where can I find love? Is it going to come out of the group? Like you might be involved in a group that wants to help the world in some way and find love that way in that situation. Or a friendship, someone that you've known for a long time and that was only a friend, then becomes a lover or becomes a romantic potential because Venus is there. Or you might get advice on money through the groups that you belong to or opportunities to make money. So Venus retrograde is not bad. It's just but because Pluto is there, it makes it more intense. And so while you're working toward a dream of, and you're getting money, because the 11th house is the money that you make from the work that you do. So it will be a time of abundance, but not without the power struggles and not without, you want to just, the emotions are very strong. So you want to be careful that you don't go to the dark side with them. And you have the potential to achieve a goal or a dream that will transform your life in some way. Through the groups that you know, through the people that you network with, through the just revising your dreams and along more realistic lines. So I think that it looks good. Love looks good. It's possible this month. It's possible for you to achieve something that you've wanted for a long time and to have that connection. Have the love that you've always wanted. But you have to do that, you have to drop some baggage. You have to make room for love. If you're all work and no play, that's not good. You have to make time for relationships. And you have to release the past and stop focusing on what you've lost. Focus on what you still have to gain. So that's my forecast, Pisces. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, click on the like button, click on the subscribe button, click on the link in the description box if you'd like a private reading. And I want to say thank you for supporting this channel. If you're celebrating for the holidays, have a happy Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Solstice, whatever you're celebrating. Have a joyous and abundant holiday and a safe holiday. And I will talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.